Today on Brett's Brain, we're going to talk about the art of the forwardable email. It really is an art and a skill that a lot of founders don't have, largely because they might not even know what it is. But it's the best way to leverage your network for dual opt-in introductions. So if you're trying to leverage your investors, your advisors, your mentors for introductions to people in their Rolodex, you should offer to use a forwardable email that they can send to see if that person you want to be introduced to is willing to meet. It'll save you time in the long run. It will save your mentors, advisors, investors. It'll save their network, their connections. It'll make them more likely to send it. I'm a firm believer in dual opt-in. I don't want to take any meetings where the other person doesn't want to talk to me. And it's really hard for me as a connector to make introductions to people that might not be interested or might be really, really busy. And so I need to be respectful of their time and their calendars. And when you get asked to make a lot of introductions, sometimes it's really hard to do. You can get network fatigue. And so a forwardable email is a great way for a founder to help avoid this and take the pressure off the person that's going to be making that introduction. It's really simple. You reach out to that person, you say, hey, Brett, I'd love an introduction to John Doe. Can I send you a forwardable that you can send to them to see if they're willing to take a meeting with me? And then all you do is you literally put an email together and you say, hey, Brett, thanks for the introduction or potential introduction to John Doe. Here's what we want to talk about. I'd love to get 10 minutes of his time. I can just literally click forward. So it needs to be an email that is self-explanatory enough where I can click forward, add one or two quick sentences and be done and send it off. And if you want introductions to 5 different people, you should send a different email for each one of them. Don't make it as easy as possible for that introducer to make those introductions for you. All I want to have to do is hit forward. And it's not me being lazy. Maybe it is a little bit, but really, if you get asked for a lot of introductions, it can be really time consuming. And I really want to help. I really do want to make these introductions. So I want to forward, and then I want to get permission from that other person on the other side of the introduction to make sure they're interested. And if they say, yep, happy to do it, then I can just connect you and you guys can go have your meeting and get done whatever it is you need to get done. But it's a really great way. I always, as an introducer, I always forward those emails. I never don't. However, if somebody asks me, hey, Brett, can you introduce me to people in your network that might be in the food and beverage space? It's really hard for me to pull those people out. Sure, I know people in that world. But if you make me think about it on my own, because I'm thinking about 10,000 other things, I may never get to it. If you send me a forwardable email that I can just click forward and be done with, I'd love to help. And so will your mentors, advisors, and investors. They're going to want to help too, but make it as easy as possible and as frictionless as possible for them to do so using a forwardable email.